In this video we will learn about Cartesian plane. Uh, Basically uh, the concept of this plane and number line and point is start from in the mathematics. First of all, it start from point, anything which represent a dot, or with a pencil you will draw point. This is called a point, concept of point. After that, when there are lots of point, drawing like that, and when you will join that points, these points, you will get the concept of line, right? And uh, we have learnt about a real line. In real line we have shown the numbers starting from 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 4 plus 4 and so on. It goes up to infinity, right? So the concept of Cartesian plane is from these concepts. We have basically two lines, and one line is on the horizontal axis, like you can say it's a straight line along horizontal axis. And if you will consider, for example, I will give you an example. When you are watching, consider the example of a room. In the room we have a wall, right? And then we have a floor, right? You know about, and floor, if this is a floor and this is a wall, then between them we have an angle of 90 degree, right? So the concept of this horizontal axis is from this example. You can imagine this example and it will be very easy to understand. If this is a floor and the wall is making an angle of 90 degree, then this floor is called horizontal axis, and the wall which is making an angle of 90 degree with horizontal axis, it is called y-axis, right? So considering this concept of floor and wall, keeping in mind this example, we will draw two lines. One line which is like a floor, right? This is called horizontal axis, and we uh, denote this horizontal axis by x-axis right? So the positive axis, where the numbers are all positive, this is called x-axis, and the number in the left hand side of the 0, the numbers which are all negative numbers going up to minus infinity sign, all these this line is called negative x-axis, or we will represent it by x dash, right? So this is basically a real line on which we have numbers from 0 up to right hand side going towards infinity. This arrowhead show that this line will go up till infinity, right? So we will mention the numbers positive 1, positive 2, positive 4 in this after right hand side of the 0. So this is positive x-axis, and on the left hand side of this 0 we will represent numbers, and this line will go up till, I have shown the arrowhead, this shows that these numbers going up till minus infinity, right? It's going on and this is called negative x-axis or x dash. Now we will go towards the vertical plane. This is a horizontal plane and line, and this is vertical line. Now vertical line, it will make an angle of 90 degree with x-axis, and this vertical line will pass through the point 0 such that positive numbers will be above the line. This is called y-axis, positive y-axis, and the negative numbers will below this line, below this line, and these are negative numbers going up this negative infinity, right? Or you can say we have two real lines, and we have just two real lines at the angle of 90 degree, and they all pass through the point 0, right? Now in this case we get quadrants. Quadrants mean parts. So you can easily check when we draw two lines cutting each other at point 0. So we get four parts, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. These parts are called quadrants. So this is called first quadrant. I represent it by Q1, and remember in Q1 you will check what we will see in this quadrant. You will know this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Somebody is saying that one man is walking through the point 3, 2. So I will write the point 3, 2 like here. You will write it here. This is the point. So it represents the first point is our x point, and the second point is of y point, right? So how can we draw this point on a plane? First of all, remember first is the number is of x-axis. If it is positive, we will walk through positive axis. It shows 3. So from 0 I will start walking, right? And I will start a step 1, step 2, step 3. So this represent the point is along x-axis. It has 3 steps. Now along y-axis we have 2 steps. So from here we will start above the line because we have positive 2, right? So I will walk above the line 1 step, 2 step. So my point will be here 3, 2, right? So this is the point, and in this way we will draw a point which is 3 steps towards x-axis and 2 steps towards y-axis. In this way we will draw the points. Now remember that in this quadrant our x-axis is positive and our y-axis will be positive. Whatever the number points, if the x-axis is positive, x number is positive and y number is also positive, that point will be drawn on first quadrant. Always remember that, right? Because in this quadrant you will say x is also greater than 0 and y is also greater than 0. Right? In this way you can represent quadrant. And how x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, you can see it, right? Now we can go to the second quadrant. What will be in second quadrant? This is the second quadrant. This is the part, right? In this part you will check the value of x is negative. So I write here x is less than 0, and the value of y is positive. So I write here y is positive greater than 0, or y is a positive number, or you can say x is negative here and y is positive here. So how can we draw a point here? In this case, if they have given you a point like -4, -1, -4 and +1, then this point will lie in the second quadrant. How? Because x is negative. So from this point I will walk 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and my in this point y is 1. So from this -4 I will walk above the line here. So my point lies here. You will represent it by Q or P, whatever the point name is, -4 and 1. So in this way the points are drawn in the second quadrant where x is negative. You can see x number is negative and y number are positive. Keep it in mind, this is our first quadrant. Next we go to the third quadrant. In third quadrant you will check x is also negative, y is also negative, so both x is negative here and y is also negative here. So point will be like that, for example represented by q minus 2 minus 3. So you will check from 0, we will walk 2 steps towards negative axis minus 2, and we will go minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. So this will be our point q minus 2 minus 3, and it will lie in the third quadrant. As you can see, both are negative here. Do you understand? So in this way we will draw points. We should know about the nature of the points, whether x is positive, y is negative, y is positive, or x is negative. Whatever the nature of the point is, then we will draw them in the relevant quadrants. So we have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and in quadrant 4 you can check x is positive here in this way, the whole part. This is the whole part. If you will see this part, this is the whole part where x is above and below the line. X will be positive here, right? But here you will see in this quadrant it goes down, so y value will be negative here. X will be positive here and y will be negative here. So if they will give me a point S, and in this point they will show, you will draw a point 1 minus 3. So I will go one step here and 1, 2, 3 step here. So my point lies in the fourth quadrant like that, 1 minus 3, right? In this way you can draw the points. So it's very interesting, very easy thing. It is called Cartesian plane, and I have shown you about the Cartesian plane, how many quadrants we have and in which quadrants x is positive, y is negative. You have to remember them, and then to draw the points it will be very easy for you.